Hello, hello, hi, folks. Welcome. Happy Sunday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. I am Sean Zimi with SideGigSean.com, where I help you look, start, and grow your side business. Welcome, Jenny. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. Welcome. Good to see you. You are so awesome for being here. You are definitely a trooper. I will make it worth your while, hopefully, again. So, I am speaking about forgiveness one more time. Now, let me share this thought with you. So some of you have not been with. I thought I sent you a text. No, I didn't send you a text. I thought I did. So forgiveness. I'm talking about it again. Now, some of you haven't been with me for a long time, but you have been with me for some time. Just to give you a little, just a tad bit of background, I've been doing lives since January 1st, 2019, and I haven't missed one. It's every night I've done one, and I have learned so much myself from doing lives. I have completely changed through my own lives, because for me to do a live, and when I started, I wasn't gonna go here, but I got to give this background. When I first started to go live, I had to really like spend about an hour and a half studying the subject, writing it, and I used to read from the notebook. I wasn't free speeching it. So Andrea, how are you? Welcome. Good to see you. So I kind of would study it and read about it and kind of research, and it's kind of have evolved, right? I have evolved as a person through these lives. So the reason why I share that with you is because the subjects that I pick, and I've talked about this actually in a live, but it was a while back. So I figured, maybe I should bring this up because I'm picking a few subjects and I'm kind of focusing on them. You may think like, why? you know. So the reason why, hey Sandra, how are you? Welcome. Good to see you. Wow, we got a nice little crowd. So the reason why I pick the subjects I pick and I talk about them is because I'm intrigued by the subjects. You feel me? Hey, I'm intrigued by the subjects and I want to learn about the subjects. I'm curious about the topics that I pick, right? Now, some of them have become my thoughts and principles and values, and you know about my MVPs, morals, values, and principles. So I base a lot of my, topics on those. But the reason why I pick the subjects I pick is because I'm interested in them myself. It's kind of selfish, right? And then you guys happen to relate with it. So the reason why I'm picking forgiveness is because I'm working on it. Like I am really working on it. I'm a work in progress. So I'm definitely a work in progress, and I'm working on it. Felicia Mint. How are you? Welcome. Good to see you guys. So the reason why I picked the subjects is because I need work on them as well. So last night we talked about kind of letting go, forgiveness, all that stuff. But tonight I want to tell a story. I haven't told a story for a long time. And if you're new to my lives, welcome. I was sharing with everybody that I've been doing lives since January 1st, 2019, and it's kind of hasn't stopped. So I think it's over 1,640 lives, something like that. Which is kind of crazy to think that way. But so forgiveness. I haven't told this story for a long time, and I love stories. And so that's one thing I really love to tell. So I love stories. So this story is the moral of this story. I'm going to give it to you first. How about that? Is to really be able to distinguish between forgiveness and gratitude, right? Because there is a fine line, there is a big difference between the two, and you don't want to like it's not a farm. Oh, wait, hold on. It's not a farm. That's so funny. Jenny, you're awesome. I have a lot of farm stories. Huh? I never paid attention to that before, unless you brought it up, until you brought it up. That's funny. I do have a lot of farm stories. This is not a farm story, I promise. So it's to be able to distinguish between the forgiveness and gratitude. Okay, two best friends are walking in a desert, not a farm. I could have thrown in farm, but I couldn't. So they're walking through a desert, and sometime through the walks, they get upset at each other. They have an argument, and one guy slaps the other guy pretty hard. And the guy who got slapped, he kind of drops down on his knees, and then he writes on the sand, "Today, my best friend slapped me in the face." They kind of start walking again. They kind of continue their walk, and then they kind of find an oasis in the front, right? And they decide to take a jump in the water, if you would. So they both jump in the water. The one who got slapped gets stuck. He gets stuck and he's almost drowning. The guy who slapped him pulls him out, basically saves his life, and kind of pulls him out of the water, and they sit on the side and they're just relaxing. This time, the guy drops down on his knees and carves out on a stone, "Today, my best friend saved my life." The guy goes, "Hold on a second. When I slapped you back there, you wrote on the sand, 'Today, my best friend slapped me in the face.' And then today, when I'm pulling you out of the water, you carve on a stone that 'Today, my best friend saved my life.' Why? Why the big difference?" So the guy says, "Well, I wrote on the sand when you hurt me so that the winds of forgiveness can blow it away. And I carved in the stone, you saved my life, because I'm forever grateful, and for gratitude, no wind will take it away." What? So good, right? Pause, think about it for a second. And I'm going to ask you this. How many times, me speaking, remember, I'm a work in progress, me speaking, how many times do we switch the order? Have you thought about that? How many times you write on the sand how grateful you are for something, and then you carve on a stone how mad you are with somebody. Jenny, much love for the stars. Right? How many times, just pause for a second, close your eyes, go back in life. How many times have you carved in stone the pains and the hurt? I know I have. Every single night, confession time, every single night, every single morning, I ask for help to forgive two people in my life. I still have a hard time, and I admit it. And I ask every single day, twice a day, in the morning and at night. I ask, please help me to not carve this on stone. And let me just switch the order and have that go on the sand so the winds of forgiveness can just take it away. Now, I've done a couple of lives on this before, but I want to just point this really important thing here. I want you to be very careful and not be naive, like Jim Rohn used to say. I never said forget. I just said forgive, right? You don't want to be a fool either, right? You don't want to forget and just put yourself back in that cycle again. I never said that. I said, you know what? It's probably best. Let go, let God, right? Let go, let God. Now, like I said, I'm a work in progress. I'm asking for help, particularly for two people for me to be able to forgive them. I also ask every morning, every night, that if there's anybody out there that I've done wrong, that they need to forgive me and they're having a hard time forgiving me, good Lord, could you please help them out so that they can forgive me so I can go on with my life, please? Those are my two forgiveness prayers every morning, every night, right? And I never thought about the sand and the stone story, but I love that story. How cool is that story? I'm telling you, the next time you want to get upset, the next time you want to go back and think about something and just go, right? I'd like you to ask yourself, hey, did I write this with a stick on sand? Or did I carve this on a stone? And where do they really belong? Right? So hopefully you guys get some love, some inspiration, some value from this. Before I leave you this, I did a skit. I haven't done a skit all week, maybe one. I did a skit just this afternoon. I put it up on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, Sean Azimi, Sidekick Sean. It's got so many hits. So the artist himself liked it. I know it's in Farsi. You may not understand it, most likely. But, you know, maybe you can just throw a little love or some here or there, everywhere. Anyway, hopefully you guys get some love, some inspiration, some value. I'll go back and read the the lighter reel. Oh yeah, thank you. That was one of the I think that was one of the original reels that I did, and yeah, I like that a lot. I may redo that one because I have a couple ideas. I may actually redo that one. That's probably got a couple thousand hits, like likes. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. That's probably my favorite too. And so yeah, I really appreciate that. If you don't know what Jenny's talking about, the lighter reel, you can ask for it. I can tag you and I can throw it on here, or you know, and throw the link back here. But with that, maybe I'll throw it back on. I'll redo it and throw it back on. With that, hopefully you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value from this. I appreciate you guys. Drop your thoughts, your comments, your feedback below. Let this feed grow. And yeah, if you feel like this was worthy of sharing, do what you got to do. Spread the love. If you're brave, you can tell me, hey, don't redo it. Okay. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. It wasn't that simple to do that reel. It was actually, I had to get, you know, things right, and yeah. But thank you. I appreciate that. That was probably one of my favorites. And yeah, with that, I am Sean Azimi. That was a cool reel, actually. Jenny, you took me back to that day that I actually did the reel. I remember the day that I actually did the reel. So with that, I am Sean Azimi with SidekickSean.com, signing off until tomorrow when we do it all over again. Much love.